so excited. We are going to have our live Zoom community meeting. And guess what? You are all invited to come and share all this amazing brilliance and wisdom from our two communities. First of all, it's our beautiful Diamond Beauties Forever group that is 4.5 years old. And then our beautiful Tanzanite Heroes, our male community that is in January, they will be 2 years old. So please, my beautiful ones, come and enjoy the wisdom. I want to say thank you, my beautiful Tina, for co-hosting. My beautiful viewers, guess what? I'm here at a nursery school. And my grandson, Zachary, that is just over 1 year, is going to have his first day. A few hours, we're going to spend an hour here. I'm so happy. And then beautiful Tina will co-host. And then I've got amazing guests. Beautiful Lynda. She's going to come and share for 5 minutes. Then it's going to be beautiful Beverly. And then beautiful Julie. And then beautiful Gail will end off. And then you will also be able to meet some of my other community members. They can quickly have a 1 or 2 minute introduction. And then beautiful Tina will end the show. So my beautiful viewers, are you ready to be kicked away? So we're going to start off with a dance. And we cannot ask you to dance with us, because I am going to play a copyrighted song. And we cannot do this. So we will be back in a few seconds. My viewers, I love you. Thank you. So my beautiful ones, for the Diamond Beauty Expert and all my Mrs. Spots, you will be invited for next week to do a recording, and you can choose either a Christmas recording or a New Year recording. For all my amazing Slim members, you can choose a Christmas and a New Year if that's your choosing. So we're going to do all the recordings. And then for the 17 amazing people that is supporting me, the angels, you will be invited as a gift from me for a 2-hour recording next week to say thank you. We're going to be in a special, and I'm going to say thank you for your support. The last 5 months, wasn't it for your support? I would not have been able to continue. So thank you. It's a nursery home. Okay. And then we've got 2 master classes. Our beautiful Ted McLayman is going to give us a free master class, everyone. And it's going to be on November the 13th. And it's called Discover Your Money Values. And then our beautiful Nika Renske from all the way from the Netherlands is going to give us as well a free and my beautiful ones, for this masterclass, she's asking a lot of euro, and she's going to give it to us for free. And hers is going to be on the 18th, November the 18th, and she's going to talk how can water change your energy. It's going to be totally amazing. Hello Sheila, happy that you are here, my beautiful one. Hello Coach Eve. So can I ask if you have your glasses? Can we put our glasses on? I want to take a photograph. And then my beautiful ones, I am going to hand over. Are you ready for the photograph? 1, 2, 3. Well, it looks beautiful. I will share that with you. My beautiful ones, you are all on a recording for this coming Thursday on the Power Hour. May I ask you to refrain of using the chat while the ladies is talking. They're going to spend 5 minutes to inspire you. And then after that, you are welcome to put any questions in the chat. The ladies will come back to you to answer you. And then you've got 2 minutes to introduce yourself. Please make use of that 2 minutes. Please don't go over the 2 minutes, so that everybody can have a chance to introduce themselves, get to know each other. We are all part of the community, and you know, my beautiful ones, I'm the lucky one. I know all of you, and I love all of you. So how incredible is this? And if all of you on the screen can just meet each other, you will be enriched with love forever. So, I want to say thank you. The chat will also be saved. So I will be sending the chat to everyone so you can have each other's communication. Also, when we are free to use the beautiful chat, please put your details there so that we can connect to each other. So my beautiful ones, I need to say I love all of you. I cannot do a dance now, but I love all of you. Thank you for being in my world. And I love you so much. Yes to you, my beautiful Tina.
Enjoy your grandson. That's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Okay.
Hey, are you the type of person that would never read a book about money, but you kind of know you should? And you should have read some books about money, maybe back when you were in school? Well, I've got the answer. It's my new book, Confessions of a Reformed Financial Advisor. Yep, it's mostly BS. And I wrote it for you, the person that would not read a book about money because it's not about money, it's about behavior. And I give you 5 simple steps to immediately start making better money choices.
Self-love isn't loud, it's lunar. It's rhythmic, intuitive, and always returning. Just like the moon, you're allowed to wax and wane and begin again. Hi, I'm Lynda Barrus, founder of Illuminated by Love and co-creator of Rise and Root, a witchy sisterhood devoted to ritual, healing, and soul remembrance. I've walked through cancer, chronic illness, and deep transformation. And lunar living has been my compass through all of it. There was a time when I didn't feel well, not just in my body, but in my spirit. I felt disconnected, like I was floating through life without rhythm or rest. And then I had 2 cancer diagnoses and other chronic conditions that tested every part of me. I needed something steady, something sacred. I'd forgotten how important connection to the moon's cycle was. This was something that I had done since a teen. And so I found Luna again. I found that connection that I had. And the moon kept rising quietly, faithfully, and I began to track her again. Not just in the sky, but in my own heart. I noticed how my emotions mirrored her phases, how my energy shifted with each cycle, and slowly I built rituals again, simple ones, starting with lighting a candle, journaling under the full moon, and listening to my breath. These weren't just practices. They were lifelines. This was a way of life for me. I'm going to share some ways that you too can live by the moon for self-love. So at the new moon, this is where we don't see the moon in the sky. It's dark, the dark moon. This is a time for the pause and for planting. So here we want to rest. We want to reflect. We can set our intentions. It's good if we ask what we're desiring to feel during this cycle. And during this time, self-love looks like stillness. This is going within. This is being fully immersed in yourself. Like trusting that rest is productive. Like giving yourself permission to begin again. The next phase is the waxing crescent. And here we want the spark and commitment. to what our intention was that we set at the new moon. This is where hope begins to return. Our energy starts to stir, and we begin to nurture our intentions again. In this waxing crescent phase, self-love here looks like gentle momentum. So it's just slow, just steady, like writing one sentence, stretching for 5 minutes, or whispering yes to your remembrances, to what is becoming. After the waxing crescent, we have the first quarter moon. And in the first quarter moon, this is where the action and courage takes place. So here we have the possibilities that we're going to be taking one small step towards our intent that we set at the new moon. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be brave. So going to that heart space and being brave to take that step forward. Self-love here is showing up for ourselves, for yourself, even when it's messy. So not backing away, not throwing everything up in the air and not moving forward, even when it's messy, we get to show up for ourselves. And this is like making the call, like setting the boundary and possibly trying again. The next phase is the waxing gibbous. This is where we refine and adjust. So we're almost full, we're almost ready, and we're just looking at what needs to be tweaked. Self-love here looks like flexibility, like editing our plan, asking for help, or honoring what our body is really asking for. Then the next phase is the full moon. Many people understand the full moon. Here we have full illumination. We're going to celebrate, and we're going to celebrate what's working, and then we're going to release what's not. So here we can dance, we can journal, cry, let our emotions out. And here, self-love here is honesty. It's really letting yourself be seen. It's saying, this is me, and I'm meaning this. I'm showing up for me. The next is the waning gibbous. And here we have gratitude and integration. So here the light softens, and we have wisdom settling in, reflection, and giving thanks. Self-love here looks like appreciation for ourselves. We could write a gratitude list. We can share our story with somebody, or it could be simply saying, I am proud of myself. The last quarter is the release and integration time. So we're letting go of truly what no longer serves us. We're going to clean around our place. We're going to clean drawers. We're going to burn pages. We're going to forgive ourselves. And self-love here is surrender. It's trusting that letting go makes space for what's next. And the final phase is the waning crescent, the rest and renewal, slowing down, restore, preparing to begin again. Self-love here looks like a quiet closure, like wrapping yourself in a blanket and saying thank you to the cycle and listening for what's next. So you don't need to know astrology, and you don't need any fancy tools. Just start by noticing the moon tonight. Ask yourself what phase she's in and what phase you're in. So my golden nugget for you today is that healing is a sacred spiral, and your magic lives within you. Return to yourself with love again and again. Wax and wane. You are the magic, and you are magic when you are in alignment with your magic. So if this speaks to you, speaks to your heart, I invite you to visit my link tree. You'll find lunar offerings, sacred circles, and ways to support illuminated by love. So come as you are and leave with more.
If you've ever felt like no matter how hard you work, money just slips through your fingers, or if you ever find yourself lying awake at night thinking, will I ever get ahead? Am I destined to be broke? Will I ever feel secure? Why not me? Then this message is for you. Because deep down, what you want is not extravagant. You just want money to feel a little easier. You want to pay your bills with ease and peace, have a little cushion in the bank, and know that you can retire without fear. If that's you, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Beverly Wixon. I'm an infinite abundance and happiness coach, author of Get Rich on Any Salary, and energy healer. And I help caring, hard-working people just like you heal their money stress and create the ease and freedom that you deserve so that you can enjoy life's adventures and relax knowing that your future is secure. But I wasn't always here. I spent years as a public school English teacher in Florida, which was one of the 2 lowest paying states in the U.S. during my career. I worked hard. I poured my heart into my students and my classroom, and yet every month ended the same way. No money left. See, we were paid once a month when I was teaching, and by the final week, especially those months when we had a holiday break at the end, so we were paid before the break, I could be found digging through a jar of loose coins just to buy the cheapest meals I could find. You know, McDonald's and Taco Bell. I told myself I couldn't afford to save. I was just a teacher. I didn't have enough money to save. So my savings account was nearly empty, and every bill felt like this huge burden. I was broke, frustrated, ashamed, and I couldn't see a way out. But when I started doing a little work on my money mindset, things began to shift. The first time I had even just a few dollars left over at the end of the month, it felt like a miracle. And month by month, that cushion grew. Saving became easier. Opportunities started flowing to me. And then, just when things were looking up, I went through one of the hardest seasons of my life. I was defrauded by someone I trusted with my whole heart. I felt so betrayed, so stupid for not noticing what was happening. Beat myself up really good. I mean, I never dreamed he'd steal from me. Honestly, I had never dreamed I'd ever have enough money worth stealing. So when I realized that, I thought, well, at least now I have enough worth stealing. And that alone showed me how much things had changed. But it still threw me into a spiral. I mean, I thought everything was gone. I thought I'd have to start over from nothing. I believed it would take me decades to recover from that betrayal, emotionally and financially. But the truth, because of the mindset work that I was doing and the energy healing that I was practicing, I rebuilt. I created more wealth for myself than was taken from me. That season taught me that no matter what happens, you can heal your relationship with money and align your energy so that you can create more than you ever thought possible. And one of the most powerful moments came when my dear aunt was near the end of her life. For the first time, an emergency happened, and I didn't start wondering, do I have enough money for this? Am I going to be able to afford this? Am I going to end up with credit card debt? Instead, I simply booked a one-way plane ticket, rented a car, rented a hotel, and stayed as long as I needed to be with her in her final days and through her funeral. That freedom to show up for a loved one, to make my decisions based on love instead of fear, priceless. Priceless. And that's the kind of freedom I want for every person that I work with. I'm a certified coach, an NLP practitioner, an infinite possibilities trainer. I'm also trained in emotional freedom technique, tapping, and emotion code. And I combine all of that with my background as a teacher, which means I make things simple, practical, and doable. And then I pair that with powerful energy work to clear those old stories that keep you stuck. And you might be wondering, well, what makes you different from other money coaches? I don't just hand you a budget and tell you to work harder and tell you to scrimp and pinch pennies. I help you heal the roots of your money stress, those hidden beliefs, old wounds, traumas, while at the same time giving you small, practical, doable steps that actually fit into your real life and help you see the abundance in your present reality as you create even more. You don't need shame, blame, or penny pinching. What you need is a new way of being with money, one that feels safe, supportive, and aligned with the life you desire. And that's why people choose to work with me. because I see you. I've been you. I've been exactly where you are, and I know how to guide you into a future where money feels easy finally. So if you're ready to stop stressing over every bill and start building the freedom that you deserve, I would love to help you get there. Your future can feel lighter and brighter starting right now. And I would be honored to walk beside you on that journey. So my call to action for you is simply to meet me on YouTube at Dr. Beverly Wixon, where you can join me every week for money mindset breakthroughs, abundance activations, and practical tools to help you create wealth with ease. And now, because I know Sanet's going to ask, my golden nugget. Wealth isn't just about the size of your bank account. It's about healing your relationship with money. Because when you do that, everything changes for the better, sending you love and light for abundance and happiness.
Hello, everyone. I am wondering, how many of you have experienced something changing in your life because you changed? What would be different if the energy you carry could transform not only your life, but the world around you? Welcome, everybody. Today, I invite you to explore how your energy can become a catalyst for transformation in every area of your life. Let's talk about you. Hello, everyone. My name is Gail Kraft, and I'm an alchemist. I'm an agent for change. My work reveals how energy shapes your reality and how conscious awakening begins with inner transformation. Love and authenticity explore how embracing your truth and leading with love creates lasting impact. Love and authenticity are not just ideals, they are energetic states that create trust, connection, and transformation. Hope, outdated beliefs block that connection. Limiting stories and unconscious patterns hold you back from your true power. I invite you to reflect on what stories you may be holding on to. You change your stories, you change your life. Faith, whatever your spiritual belief system is, there are tools for energetic alignment available to you. They might be breakthroughs, meditation, journaling, prayer. These help realign with clarity and purpose. These are practical methods to realign you with your purpose and vitality. Try one. Try one today. I've worked with healers, with coaches, and conscious entrepreneurs who felt stuck just like you until they realigned with their true essence. Their lives and businesses environments transformed in ways that they never imagined. I'm going to share one story with you. A client who maybe weighed 105 pounds. Her relationship was falling apart. Her business, she was ready to close the doors. She couldn't sleep. She couldn't eat. She was an absolute mess. We started working together and realigning with her true essence and dropping the identity to the stories that she held on to, and found the identity of who she really is. And it was a process of alchemy, and she learned the process of alchemy in the moment. Her life changed so much. Her business started to flourish. She started to eat, sleep, put on weight. Her relationship did end as it had finished its season. But two miraculous things that was never expected happened. One is people started coming to her home, knocking on her door and asking for her services because they had heard someone who provided those services lived in that house. Number two, the environment changed so much, her energy changed so much that there was a tree in her backyard, an apple tree, that had bared no fruit for 5 years. That tree was full of fruit and apples. So when you align with love and authenticity, you absolutely become the catalyst for change. You naturally influence and uplift others and create a rippling effect throughout the world. So why not become the catalyst? See yourself as the catalyst. Your energy matters. Your presence can shift the room, relationships, and your and others' realities. Become aware of your energy influences everywhere and how to harness it for conscious change. And so I have a call to action for you. If you want to experience how remarkable you can be, begin your awakening journey today. I invite you to connect, explore, and take the next step. You can join my Substack community for free, https://glizbeth.substack.com, or you can have an exploratory one-to-one with me. These links are down in the notes, and I ask you, if you're ready to change, if not now, when? Call on me. Bye-bye.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lyn Fiori, and I am a divine alchemist. I guide souls to a higher level of consciousness by reflecting a radiant beam of hope to awaken your divine potential. My mission is to inspire 1 billion individuals to create a society built on love, forgiveness, and collective healing. I want to tell you a story of triumph, a story of greatness, a story of oneness, a story of love, a story that is you and me. To know the truth, you must first understand how miracles happen. They don't happen with our eyes wide shut. They happen with our heart open. They happen when the truth deep within is the greatness that you are. I had an opportunity to go to Brazil last year. And on November 11th at 1:11 in the morning, I started to get divine messages. I was told about how we are an organic body that has a template that can interface with the universe. There's so much that we don't know about who we are. We are magnificent beings of light, and we are held in such divine love and grace. We are truly at this time in a great climb, and the climb starts within. It is also our job to equip our brothers and sisters for this climb. For the only way to dissolve hatred and separation and lack is through love. For what is the true meaning of life but love? One of the messages that I received is called the Star of David, and I want to read it to you. The Star of David was used so many centuries ago, and it was the two triangles, the ascending to the heavens and the heavens loving and guiding us. So please take a moment to really listen to these words and to know that everything we've experienced up to this point has been felt and has been heard and has been recorded. The Star of David is given to you to lift the mask that has been cast down upon humanity for people who felt lost, discarded, and abandoned by humanity. The pain and suffering that went to the depths of the soul, where so many toils were told. A rectification of sorrow that flowed so deep and so unseen for so long that humanity wept the cries to the Lord for mercy and forgiveness, thought unheard, but each one recorded the salvation of man for a burden so heavy they cannot truly be understood. The Star of David is given to you in the strength of your wisdom to be a reflection of who you are to embody. All that ties you to me, and to know each and every cry was heard, each and every tear was felt, each and every heart was held in the compassion and wisdom of my love. For what man does to man is always felt deeply within my beingness. For the heartbeat of creation flows through your heart and always connects to me. The burdens of humanity have been heavy. What man inflicts upon his brother is always felt by me. Know this to be true. Know this to be the word of God, that I feel everything that you do to each other. It is recorded. It is anchored in all that is. Do not think that the eye of God is not upon you. It is always upon you, for it cannot turn away from its own creation. My love is always embodied in the essence of who you are and the heart center, what belongs to me. I do watch and hold you in the depths of all there is. This will always be so, for I can never separate from that of which I created, nor would I ever wish to. May you always know that the eyes that you look through are my eyes. I see, feel, and record everything. You're experiencing the true essence of your existence. It is that of me. To cast stones at each other is to cast stones at me. Remember this always, because it is the truth and the way. It is never a judgment. It is just a reminder that what I have created can never separate from the oneness of who I am. I am all there is. I am all there ever will be. I am that of time and space. I am that I am. And you are me. Don't forget that, because the truth can never be severed. And my love always remains for each and every one of you the same. I am that I am. I am the Alpha and the Omega. And I have spoken. I wanted to share those words with you. I want you to feel the truth of who you are. You are an amazing creation. You are the oneness that can never separate from itself. And so am I. Consciousness is shifting. The heart is returning. And we are the reflectors of what we are creating. Please know I hold you in such great love, and I am grateful for this moment to speak with you. Our task is to eradicate injustice by bringing love to all, and to be thoughtful of our words and our actions, because choices do change lives. And what we say and do truly does matter. My call to action to you is, please connect with me on YouTube and spread the love. I hope that you are always the reflection of the light you wish to see in the world. I appreciate your time, and I wish you the best. Sat Nam.
Have you ever felt like your life story wasn't random? That every twist, every challenge was actually pointing you towards something deeper? Your story is your portal. We believe your story is your compass. And when you share it, it becomes medicine. And not just for you, those people who need it the most. Whether you have a messy draft, a spark of an idea, or simply the desire to share your story, we walk you every step of the way. Over 300 authors have stepped through this portal. Now it's your turn, because your story isn't just words on a page, it's the doorway to your purpose. Start your journey today. Come join me in Mexico, Sayulita, for a book in the week retreat. Your story is your portal.com.
Oh, and welcome back to Your Story is Your Portal. And today we are going to be talking about the interesting topic of manifesting. So I think at the moment there are so many people that are understanding that we really are creators of our own future. And you hear all the time people talking about how important it is to have clarity, and that you cannot manifest something unless you really know exactly what it is that you want to manifest. So, and then if you understand what it is that you want to manifest, then you're able to really feel into it. You're able to get onto that frequency. And, you know, if you can really do that and you can really focus on that and really have that clarity, then it is absolutely possible. And I definitely showed the way for that when I ended up purchasing the building in Puerto Vallarta not long after Azuka had passed away. And it all seemed completely impossible to be buying a building when, you know, I was completely in debt and that I was still in that grieving process. But because I was in that situation and because I had absolute clarity that I wanted my story to look like this. So, you know, it was very clear. It was a dream that I had with Azuka that we were going to be creating a retreat center where we would be, you know, dancing and writing. So I would be inspiring writers to write their books, and he would be inspiring people to dance. And so, you know, the creativity together would have been an amazing combination. So after he passed, and, you know, I had messages from the other side across the veil to make that dream a reality. And because at the time I was really in that place of grief and also really understanding, you know, what is possible when you do have clarity, then I was able to manifest that. And I had a lot of people, you know, speaking to me and saying, you know, oh, you're a master manifester. You can manifest anything. But, you know, the secret of achieving that was surrender. And I remember at the time saying, if not this, what else? Because I was, you know, lost in my grief. And so I had a very, very centered, focused approach. You know, I didn't think of anything else, and there wasn't any other option. You know, I was living it, breathing it, feeling it, resonating with it. It was exactly what I wanted. And, you know, I moved into the building even before I purchased the building so that I was living into that. And here I am doing that again. It was important to create a writer's environment where I was close to the beach. I wanted to be surrounded by the jungle and nature. I wanted the ocean breeze. I wanted a pool. And so again, knowing that I know how to do this, I have a very, very centered approach to manifesting. I know what I want. I'm very clear with it. I can resonate at that frequency. I can feel it, and I can do it. So it is absolutely true that you can create your story. You absolutely can create your own reality. And as long as you can be absolutely committed to that with absolute clarity, then anything is possible. And we are the creators of our reality.
We are the creators of our own story. So literally, your story is your portal. However, the minute you have that level of clarity and commitment to something, you're closing down all your other options and infinite possibilities that are out there, you know, in the universe, in the quantum field of possibilities and choices. So the minute that you do collapse that into one single vision, then the quantum field and the field of possibilities basically closes down, and you are now just focused in that way. So is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? You know, and we're talking about your story as your portal. So is it better to have the clarity of saying, this is exactly what I want, and learning how to really totally embody that and become that? You know, to do that is not easy because you have to be 100% clear. And, you know, when you are 100% clear and you can embody it, then it's possible. But for most people, they can't do that, you know. Like for most people, if I said, what is your ultimate dream? What is your ultimate goal? And they said, oh, I want to own a retreat center in Puerto Vallarta, and it's got to have 18 beds. But I have no money, and all the reasons why they can't have it. And it doesn't matter how much they resonate into that, how many emotions they put into it, how clear they are, the unconscious mind is going to be, niggling, saying, well, how are you going to do that? You don't have the money for that. You can't move to Puerto Vallarta. How are you going to survive until you found investors? You know, there's going to be all of this programming that's running in the background, which basically means that you won't create what it is that you want to create. So, you know, it's a conundrum, right? It's a conundrum, this whole manifesting thing. Either you've got to have absolute clarity and absolute conviction, feel the emotions, feel the frequency to be able to get exactly what you want. You can't be nebulous. You can't think, oh, you know, this or this or this or something better. No, you have to have absolute clarity. So what are the alternatives? The alternative is that if you release, if you surrender into the infinite field of possibilities, then infinity of possibilities and choices are available to you. And, you know, there are those that live that way. There are those that say, you know, the universe will decide my future. The universe will decide what possibilities I have in my life. And in some way, that is a better way of being, because you're not closing down all the other possibilities that would be open for you. You know, if you live your life in that way, as actually mostly I have lived my life in that way. You know, when I left England to go sailing around the world, I didn't know what it was going to be like to sail around the world. I didn't know what it was going to be like to cross an Indian Ocean. I didn't know what it would be like to live in Africa or to live in a desert island for 3 months. I didn't know where that went. I didn't know how long it was going to take, and I had the most incredible experience because I was in the field of infinite possibilities. And so when you're in the field of infinite possibilities, then you're completely open to meeting people, to opening that field of living an amazing life. So that is the way I have lived my life, most of my life, until the last few years with Puerto Vallarta. You know, I really have lived into that. Let's just see
what the universe has in store for me, and let's be open to all of those infinite possibilities of where I can take my skills, my knowledge, my wisdom. So that is that's an interesting way of living your life versus right now where we're being told it's important you have clarity. It's important that you know exactly what you want. You need to have absolute clarity. You can't manifest unless you've got absolute clarity. And so, you know, we run retreats to help you have that clarity. September the 13th, Jennifer and I are going to do a 7-day immersive retreat talking about clarity, talking about how do you get that clarity? How do you look at all of your options to find your true soul calling and your true north, right? But what if your clarity tells you that you want to be open to infinite possibilities? And the reason why I'm doing this solo episode right now is to really help people understand that when you get out of your normal environment, when you leave your 9 till 5, you leave your nice, comfortable, safe environment, and you come to the jungle of Mexico, and you're surrounded by the beauty of the environment, of the elements, you are putting yourself in a different environment where infinite possibilities are possible. Infinite possibilities are possible. So you can go in 2 directions. And this is some of the things that we talk about on retreat. Do you want to find your true soul compass, your true north? Or do you want to find your soul calling and be open to infinite possibilities? Those options are both available to you. And this is why being on a 7-day immersive retreat with Jennifer and myself in Sayulita, Mexico, is going to give you the help to decide which direction do you want to go. Do you want absolute clarity? If you have got a very clear version and you need that clarity, that little extra step, like you're standing on the edge of clarity and you're like, okay, I just need to really focus and I really need to understand where I'm going to go with this. Then that is where we can help you find that true north. Or if you're at that point where your soul, you feel like your soul is calling, your soul is saying, listen to me, listen to me. You know, it's like the second half of our life. The first half of our life, we've spent a lifetime of living into goals and expectations, proving our success, becoming successful. And then the second half of our life is about reflection. It's about our true soul. It's about being quiet to be able to listen. You know, we've spent the first half of our life people pleasing, maybe raising your family, sacrificing yourself, you know, for your family, for your career, to prove your success.
My beautiful viewers, first of all, what a show. I was supposed to have you meet this incredible community of mine. They were preparing their 2 minutes introduction, and it all stopped after I had to leave for the nursery school to be with my grandson. So it is almost midnight here in New Zealand. I first of all cried because I saw that as soon as I went out, the recording stopped. So I still kept the computer on, and but it didn't. complete recording. So I want to say to my beautiful ladies, I made a plan. I used some of our videos that I had, and I made the show still happening. My beautiful community, I'm so sorry I'm not able to showcase you, but you've got another chance on the 1st of December. We will have another community power hour. Please join. So my beautiful ones, I hope you love the show. The ladies is incredible. So check out the Diamond Beauties Forever group for the women, and then the Tanzanite Heroes for men. And I am tired. I am up from 4 o'clock this morning, busy at the school nursery with my grandson. I have a full day, and tomorrow morning 4 o'clock I am recording again. So my beautiful viewers, thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. And I'm going to leave the camera so that I can give you a kiss. Thank you, my beautiful Tina, for co-hosting. Thank you, my beautiful Lynda, Beverly, Julie Ann, and Gail. And here's my kiss to all of you. Bye-bye.